the book that I've been reading for a while, Collapse, I've referenced it before. There is a couple pages talking about, well, it was talking about how, like, Chevron, I think I mentioned it previously, they actually, like, went kind of, like, hardcore on, like, the environmental side on one of their operations in one of these islands. I think it was, like, somewhere close to Australia. And, but what was interesting is they have they have essentially kind of got more extreme on like managing the environment. And this company in Montana, and this was a while back. So actually, I was curious. So Roy, the CEO with Stillwater Mining Company, he was Bill Nettles. Are you familiar with him, or did you ever meet Bill?
I am familiar with him, but I wouldn't say I know him.
Okay. So it was interesting because they instead of doing there was a mine that was supposed to go in, or they were trying to put in up by Kamloops, and it was managed pretty poorly. The environmentalists basically got a hold of it, and it kind of showed like how bad something could go with a project. Like it was Ajax, the Ajax mine. Jared will be familiar with it. Roy, you might be too.
Yeah.
But the issue is that it was right up above the town. But they were doing things like doing dry stack tailings, so you didn't have like the water risk like above the town. But what Bill and like what Stillwater did is they actually, when I was looking at it, I thought it was interesting because they said they entered into good neighbor agreements with local environmental groups. So they actually gave money to the groups, and I'm reading directly from the book, to allow the groups free access to their mining area. They also requested environmental organization Trout Unlimited, to the latter's astonishment, to monitor the effects of their mines on local trout population. And as a big fisherman, or I'm not a big fisherman, but becoming a fan of fishing the last couple of years.
Wait, which is it?
What, do you read about it or what? Watch it on TV?
About it. No,
Can you be a
but I do
fan
actually
of
fish.
fishing?
Roy, this is only 3.5, so
I don't want to, man.
Let's go straight.
I
He
had to
was
start
fishing with
early.
Eliana in a little pool,
Oh.
like a kiddie pool with the plastic
a little
fish.
plastic fish with a little
That's
thing
what
to
he was
open the
doing.
mouth of the bomber.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I cheer those fishermen on. I'm a real fan.
Yeah, exactly. The okay, but you guys really derailed my rant there.
I think that's your fault.
Yeah, it was you. That
Yeah.
I know. Anyway, as a big Fisher fan, so they actually invited people to come on site. Jared, stop it. But the difference with this one is for their mine, they had like basically they looked at it and they had the primary deposit for platinum and palladium.
Palladium.
And palladium, thank you.
Roy's a big palladium fan, but not really.
Yeah. Yeah. Palladium is next to fishing. It's one of my favorite things.
Exactly. Great for car manufacturing. And it was the biggest outside of South Africa. So this site though had about 100 years, they think, of deposit. So what they did is they went in and set up way before and started bringing on the environmentalists to basically monitor. And I was like, that model would be, you could see that benefiting some of these projects. Like instead of waiting until you've got like in Canada, you've got like First Nations groups and that, bring them on and start talking to them right away. Bring them on as a partnership. So when you go to the government with this project, you can get way ahead of it because then they're going to feel appreciated that you're wanting to manage the effects. And then realistically, if you have that open dialogue going, you're going to be able to get suggestions from them